Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, LT's Hobby Farm. And today we're going to talk about, I mentioned that I was going to show you guys the drip system that we put in. Now, let me start by saying that we did this way after the fact. We did this after we planted, which is okay if you do it like when your plants are really small. We did it and our plants were really large. And so it's been interesting. I've definitely learned from the experience, but it was something that we just decided at the last moment to do. And so we've been managing with running cables through the bottoms of plants, etc. So the system that we put in is by DRIPWORKS. And it's a complete drip system. They have several kits on their website. We got the one that was like $90 or something. To start this whole thing off, I put a dual valve on our outdoor faucet so that I could still run a hose and then also run the watering system. And here you can kind of see that. So again, I did that so I could run a hose and then I could also run the watering system. So with our system, again, I've mentioned in a couple of the videos, we're kind of looking to maybe move in the next year or two. So I'm not doing a lot of stuff that's actually permanent at this point in time. Everything I've built in the last few years, and now the stuff we're doing is kind of temporary, just waiting to see what we really decide to do. But so I've run a hose from that faucet there to our where our drip system actually starts. And I know that we're using a timer. It's a timer that's made by Orbit, and it's got 4 different sections that you can do on it, so that you can set it to have basically 4 different water effects. It'll water different sections at different times, which is really cool. And so far, it's actually worked great. This is it right here. You can see it. It's made by Orbit. It's 4, I guess they call it quadrants. Right now, I'm only actually using one of them. But again, I'm running a water hose to it because for me, the way I laid out the drip system, it was easier to actually run the timer out here at the end of the big garden as opposed to running the 1/2-inch watering pipe from the faucet over here. It's a little distance, and I like to be able to unhook the hose so that I can mow. If I was going to do it permanently, I would probably dig underground and then run it that way so that it was underground. We wouldn't have to worry about it. I'll show you the timer here again. You can see it flashing back and forth. It tells you the time, and you can set it to time and day, how often you want it to water. You get 4 different quadrants that you can set up, and you can set these up to go off at different times, and it's pretty cool. It's actually a very cool setup. But here I'll show you so you can kind of watch it. So it's telling us that there's 13 hours before it goes off again, 13 hours and a half. So kind of cool. So, and then what you get is, with this kit, you get this, which is a filter. This is a filter, and then you get the connections here. This all comes with the DRIPWORKS system. The timer is actually separate. The timer I got from Home Depot, but the DRIPWORKS system comes with 1/2-inch pipe. And then you can buy these fixtures that will give you T's, and over here you can get right angles, etc. And the nice thing is that a lot of those, they're like 5/8 in size. You can get them at Home Depot and they're really cheap. So as I was doing this and laying it all out, I realized I didn't have enough of some stuff. So I was able to get a lot of it at Home Depot, excuse me. And then I ordered a lot from their website. And then what I've done is I've run a T here and then I ran across, and then you can see here coming off my 1/2-inch pipe there, I hope you can see that, is the drip strip. And that runs down the full length of my, I think these are 16 foot long, these gardens are. And then I did the same thing over here. These are our beans. Well, I gotta pick beans bad, and etc. And in the beans here though, since they're so thick and we ran so many, or we had 4 rows planted through, I actually ran 4 strips. They say on the average that you run 1 drip strip per row of plants. So far, what I have run, I ran out of stuff to do the corn, and I ran out of stuff, which I may not do the corn, to be honest. I may just continue to do that with a sprinkler. But to do the cucumbers and the beans, or the peas and the asparagus, I ran out of connections. So I'm going to run some of those today and show you how easy it is. This is an amazingly easy system to put together. It was really great. Then I'm going to run a different one here also through the zucchini and things that we have, so that I can get a better line down at the bottom end for the peppers. So I'm going to go ahead and get my ducks in a row here and kind of show you what we got going on. Again, this stuff is really easy. As you can see here, this is running through the edge of my corn patch, and I have 1/2 inch here, and then I put an angle in it, and then I put another angle in it, and then I went up over the cucumbers, and I went all the way through with my main pipe here. I went all the way through my peas. You can see it there, I hope. All the way through to the asparagus. We got asparagus flowering out here. And so I'm gonna run 3 or 4 lines through the asparagus here, probably 4. I'm gonna run several. I'm gonna put a T section in up here at the peas, and then run a 1/2 inch over there, and then run lines this way in the peas. I think it'll be easier to water. And then this one here in the cucumbers, I'm just gonna run probably 4 going this way to make sure I get coverage in them. And so the line, coming back to you here, the line that we're using, like I said, that's 1/2 inch piping there. Well, I don't say piping, it's 1/2 inch very pliable tubing. And then this is the drip strips. You can see here, I hope you can see here, there's a hole there, and that's where the water will come out. And when you put these in, you want to put these in face up. And you can buy these really nice little holders, these silver holders that will hold them right in place. They're the exact same size as the strips, so they hold them flat. And it makes it really nice to be able to put them in. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take one of these pieces of strip here. I haven't cut it yet. I'm going to take it down here to the end in the cucumber patch. And then, if I can, I'm going to show you here. Let's see. Set you guys up right there. Let's see. See if you guys will stay there. Don't run away. Okay. So here is our, that's right into the sun, isn't it? Boy, that's a bad place for you guys. Hold on. I'm going to switch you guys around here. Sorry. I'm just getting used to this tripod stand that I've been using. All right. So here is our strip. These here are the end caps. So this is what will cap off an end of a line if you want it to be the last section in a line. And like I said, I'm going to run 3 or 4 of these strips up and down the cucumber patch here. So what you'll take is you'll open this up. You can see how it screws out and then, or out I guess, and then in. I'm going to open it all the way out. I'm going to press on my tube here and open it up, and then I'm just going to force it as far as it will go into this end piece. Then I'm going to screw this back down over it, and you would be amazed at how well that holds. It actually does a really great job. So I'm going to go ahead and move you guys again, and I'm going to go ahead and hook these 4 lines up and see if I can set you guys up where you can see better. Okay, hopefully you guys are back. So I'm going to go ahead and run these real quick and then show you what I do at the other end also. So here I've got my strip. I'm going to kind of take a gander here and see where my plants are. Wow, man, look at the cucumbers we've got. I don't know if you guys can see these. We've got cucumbers coming in everywhere. Just beautiful. My wife makes a lot of pickles. We eat a lot of pickles. Absolutely love them. All right, so this, I can see here that my plant ends. My plants are right in here. I've got some, so I'm gonna go ahead and run this one down this side. I'm gonna go get my, let's see, I wanna make sure I run this under my plants. Again, like I said, I learned the hard way that you wanna do this before you plant, or as you're planting, actually. So, I'm gonna take my silver holders here. I'm gonna start right here at the end where I am, and make sure I got my drip spots up. And I'm going to put those right down in to hold it. And then I'm going to go down here. Apologize for the sniffles. Again, we live in Central Texas, and this is like the allergy capital of the world. It's insane how bad allergies are here. Just crazy. My head runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. To be very honest, if I didn't have family here in the area, I would probably consider moving to another state. As much as I love Texas. So, this one's straight up. I don't have a lot of plants on this one. So, I'm just going to go ahead and run it straight up here. And then, I'm measuring it. Let me grab you guys. So I'm taking this up here, and I'm looking. Let's see, is this going to work? Maybe. Yeah. So I'm measuring it up to my 1/2 inch line here. And I'm actually giving it, I'm going to give it, so these are the other couplers, okay? Oh, I'm going to have to go get something in order to make this work, by the way. So I'm going to measure it out to where it should connect about there, give or take a little bit. So I just cut it with some scissors, pretty easy. And then, hold on, I'll be right back. I gotta grab one more tool. So this tool here comes with the DRIPWORKS kit, and it is used to put a hole in your 1/2 inch pipe or your tube, and you just punch it in. You can hear it pop like that, and there was a little water in there, so it squirted at me. And this here works the exact same way as the other one did. It's just a different style. So again, that's closed, this is open. I'm going to take the end of my DRIPWORKS, or my drip thing here, and I'm going to shove it up on there just as far as I can. And then I'm going to turn it closed. And then my hole here in my 1/2 inch, I'm just going to push this into it, and you'll hear it click. That's it. That's all you do. And so now what I'll do is I'm going to continue going through and do several more lines, and then I will come back to you guys and show you, when I get ready to put my tea in down here, I'll show you about that. And so hang on, and I'll be back. Hi guys. Okay, we're back. So I'm going to kind of give you an idea what I did here. In my cucumbers, I ran 3 lines all the way down. I ran one because we've got some petunias in there or something. On my peas here, it's kind of hard to tell where the base of the plants are sometimes. So I actually ran 7 lines through here. I'm really hoping that that's going to cover them up, you know, and get them watered the way they need to. And I actually think they're getting pretty close to where we're going to start harvesting them all out, and they'll be dying anyway. But then I ran a line in here because we've got some pretty flowers. We're trying to do a lot of flowers for bees. And then we have in here, we have our lines for the asparagus. And I ran 4 lines in here. So everything else we pretty much do by hand, except for I'd like to run one over here for, we walk down through here. So here's our squash and stuff. But here is we have some carrots, and we also have some peppers. And what I would like to do is, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a 1/2-inch line with a T section off the main piece and run it down here just so I can run a couple of lines in here also. I kind of ran, as you can see here, I kind of ran the drip cable around the corner, but I don't think it's working very well. And so I want to make sure everything's getting watered the way it should. I've got tons of the 1/2-inch. And worst case, I can actually use the 1/2-inch as drip line also. I can just take and punch holes in the side of it. But I think I've got enough drip strip left that I can cap this off here. I can cap this off here and then run another 1/2-inch all the way down through from the system down here, and then run 2 lines down through here. The onions, my wife waters by hand because they don't take as much water. But then everything else should be run. And then what I'll do is first thing in the morning, I'll bring you guys with me, and we'll come out in the morning and we will check and see if we have any leaks. Every once in a while, the plugs, like the end plugs and things, will pop off if you didn't quite get them pushed on right or something. So it's a good thing to check that stuff. So I'll come out and check for leaks. Also, something I didn't mention is when you're doing your drip lines and you're putting your connectors on, make sure you check everything for dirt. Don't get any dirt in your lines, because of course what that will do is that will plug your lines and it won't allow water flow. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and figure out how I'm going to run this 1/2-inch down here, and then I'll be back and we'll kind of close it up. All right, thanks folks. Hey guys, we're back. So I got my lines run. So what my whole goal on this last piece is I wanted to get lines down here to the peppers and to a few carrots that we have in here. So what I did was I came back up at this end and I ran a T connector. Now these connectors are tapered inside, so they don't take any special. There's no gluing, there's no anything. You basically just take your 1/2-inch and you just screw it into it. You just push, and it will go in there, and it actually creates quite a nice seal. There's no glue, there's no connection, there's no anything to tighten, nothing. It just kind of goes in there. So I ran a 1/2-inch piece under the zucchini and squash here, and you can see I actually had to pull one here. It was in the way, but I ran it all the way down through here, and then I just hooked up 2 drip lines. I ran the drip lines all the way down to the end. So I got everything hooked up that I want for this to go off at 7 o'clock in the morning. And then we'll see. I'll come out and I'll walk around with you guys, and we'll see if it leaks or not. We're going to take in and give the girls a good night treat. I like to give them some mealworms. They love them. We have 3 chickens. They're Rhode Island Reds. They're a hoot. I absolutely love having chickens. They're so funny. Here they are. Say hi, girls. Say hi. Huh? Whatever. They don't care. Let me get my thing here. This is my coop. This coop was a design by SSL Dad. He has the designs on his website, which was really nice. And I just downloaded the designs. Here you go, girls. Go ahead. Get in there. Come on. Go. Go, go, go. All right. And yeah, it's a design that he had. It really works nice for like a backyard style coop. We really like it. And I'd like to get maybe 3 more chickens. Again, everything's so up in the air because we're still deciding if we want to stay here or not. The area is growing up incredible. Austin is now the 2nd fastest growing city in America, according to a lot of reports. Elon Musk and all those companies are moving in here, and which is great. I mean, I'm happy for the economy and all of that stuff, but along with that comes a lot of things, traffic, crime, etc. And so that's all stuff that as we get older especially, we are just not interested in. And my dream, truly my dream, is to have just a couple acres out in the hills for us, close to town. I'm a full-time musician, so that I can at least get back into town and play gigs, you know, and enjoy myself. But close enough to town, but have a couple acres where we can go out and we can sit on a back porch and really enjoy ourselves. And we can you know, sit out and drink a cup of coffee or a glass of wine, and it's quiet. We can listen to the animals. We can have our gardens. I can have a little tractor where I can plow and move stuff and just do as much living off the land as we can while we can. You know, like I've said, we're both getting older and we're both in our 60s now, and I really want to do this before it's too late. So anyway, that's kind of where we are, and we'll see how that all pans out for us. If it does, I will definitely take you guys on the trip with us, that's for sure. But for now, I'm going to clean up more of my mess, which I pretty much have it all cleaned up for the most part. Again, thank you very much for watching the videos. If you do like them, please hit subscribe. That would be really, really wonderful. And hit like. Like also, for some reason, is really good. So if you could do that, that would be great. Other than that, have a blessed day and happy gardening. Take care.